Flavor family, what is up? It is Art and Bobby in the kitchen, finally. We don't have to go to the grocery store, worry about Waldo's, worry about getting kicked out because we're gonna do an internet snack haul. Typically stuff you can't get in the grocery store, only on Amazon, and we get to chill in the kitchen, not worry about anything else. And the cool thing is, a lot of times Art and I do these videos from the grocery store and people don't have access to those stores. But with Amazon.com, everyone has access, which I'm really excited about. Plus, this video is sponsored by Epic Provisions, which you'll see in a minute makes one of the best snack bars on the market. So guys, before we start and run down 15 to 20 snacks on Amazon you want to buy, avoid, and why, like, subscribe, share, all those things. But Art and I are rocking out 4 videos a week now from the grocery store, cooking recipes, live streams. There's a bell icon right below the video. Enable all notifications because you want to get that push that says, yo, Flav City's live. Flav City just dropped another video and you do not want to miss out. And every Tuesday morning, Art and I now have episodes of our new podcast, The Flav City Shopping Experience. It's so exciting. It sounds like Rose is waking up from her nap. So check it out, whatever podcast platform you love. The links are down below. All right, first up is the sponsor of this video, Epic Provisions. You guys, even if they didn't sponsor this video, they would be in here because they make, in my opinion, the best in class protein and snack bars on the market from top quality beef, chicken, and other animals. So I go on Amazon right here, and the cool thing about going on Amazon is that you can get pretty much every variety they make. Their #1 seller right here I'm going to click on is the chicken sriracha protein bar. Something we don't do in the grocery store a lot is eat. So this is not just going to be a review of ingredients, it's going to be a review of flavor because flavor really matters. So this is a chicken and sriracha bar. I can see why this is the #1 bestseller. Flavor, texture, spot on. We look at ingredients on the back of the packaging here. Fantastic. And then if we look here, the nice thing is right now on Amazon, you can subscribe and save. So if you get a monthly shipment, you can get up to 15% off. So another flavor that I have here that I really like is the bison, bacon, and cranberry snack bar with a perfect blend of sweet and savory and no added sugar. The sweetness only comes from the bacon and the cranberry. But here is what I'm most excited about this. We go to the company's website. The chickens are 100% non-GMO feed. Some of the chickens are GAP 4 certified, pasture centered, and they're moving towards 100% pasture raised for chicken. GAP 4 is very, very hard to find in the grocery store, let alone in a protein snack bar or a snack bar. The beef is 100% grass-fed, pasture raised, which is great for the environment and great for the farmer and great for us because the nutritional value of grass-fed beef is way better. And if you click on the promo code in the description box, it takes you over to a 20% off savings for the next 30 days or until supplies last. So guys, check out the promo code in the description box, and mad love to Epic Provisions for sponsoring this video. All right, we had a little bit of savory. Now it's time for sweet. And you guys, actually one of the fans on Instagram turned me on to these guys. It's called Highkey, and they make low carb, semi-keto friendly sweets. And wow, they're really good. So obviously they're good that I couldn't hold off before the video started. Desi and I and Art crushed the bag of chocolate chip cookies, but the ingredients are really what makes me think these are one of the best in class low carb desserts out there. So this is for the chocolate chip cookies. Look at this, using almond flour, a blend of erythritol and monk fruit and stevia, chocolate chips that are unsweetened, coconut oil, prebiotic fiber, vanilla extract, no natural vanilla flavors, and collagen. They throw a little bit of collagen in here just because they know Bobby loves it. Fantastic. And the flavor, you guys, I actually said this on Instagram stories, it kind of tastes like a Chips Ahoy. It has the perfect blend of the stevia, the erythritol, and the monk fruit. You taste a little bit of that cooling effect from the erythritol, but it's not prevalent at all. These cookies are fantastic. They're expensive though. They're $2.07 an ounce, but really I can't find anything else on the market like it. I'll show you some other cookies that don't quite make the grade afterwards. And these are the brownie bites. These, you guys, are fantastic. Ingredients are very similar, right? It just has the unsweetened cocoa powder here. Here's the deal. So tasty. 6 pieces of these. I have 9 net carbs for the cookies and 8 net carbs for the brownies. It's one of those snacks you might eat a lot of, so I wouldn't call it keto, but I definitely would call it low carb, and it is grain free. So These are fantastic. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Art was crushing these two. Art, come over here. What's your honest review? What do you got?
Still feeling good all the time. Those are nice.
Right?
Very chocolatey.
Yeah.
The flavor intensifies and grows as you chew them. And
grab those on Amazon. By the way, everything we're doing today, the Amazon links are down below. You can't find these anywhere in the store. These are fantastic. Here's an example of a cookie that I was gonna order, but the ingredients were not Bobby approved. I didn't want to order too many things that were not Bobby approved because they're expensive. And this is one of the more expensive Amazon bills I've had. But Fat Snacks. Fat Snacks low carb keto cookies. And it looks like they have a nice variety here. They have chocolate chip, lemony lemon, and peanut butter cookie. But I look at the ingredients here and they're using xylitol in there. Xylitol is not one of my preferred sweeteners. It doesn't do the best for your gut. It's not gut friendly, and it is one of those sweeteners that can actually trick your brain into having more sweet cravings. They use natural vanilla flavor instead of, like these guys are using, actual vanilla extract. And in a couple of their cookies here, they use sustainable palm oil. I don't care if it's sustainable. The only allowable palm oil, we've talked about this in the grocery store, is red palm oil, but it's very pricey. You'll never see anyone using it. Sustainable, sure, it's a little bit better for the environment, but it's still not good for the environment. It's not good for you, and it's a relatively cheap oil. So that's an example of something I wouldn't get, but Highkey is fantastic. Bread. Let's move on. What does Oprah say? I love bread. You should see Art's face.
I was not expecting that.
But the bread that Oprah loves is probably not the same bread that I'm gonna love here. This is actually becoming a little more accessible in grocery stores. It's Base Culture. Now you might remember the name because from our bread review video 6 months ago, I said this was the best keto bread on the market because the ingredients are fantastic. But I did see at the Whole Foods here in Chicago, the big one on Ashland and Belmont, and the one on Kingsbury and North Avenue, they do carry it, and it's expensive. It's $9.99 a loaf, but I think it's worth it unless you want to make your own recipe, which Desi is putting the final touches on her paleo bread recipe. It is so good. It's like spongy, kind of like this. We already have our keto bread recipe, but she wants to master a paleo bread version. So why is this so cool? So first, let's look at the bread we almost finished the last few days. This is the keto bread, right? Ingredients: water, eggs, almond butter, arrowroot flour, golden flaxseed meal, cassava, honey. So wait a second, you're like, wait a second, how is this keto, Bobby, right? There's arrowroot flour, which is starchy. There's honey, which is a sugar. It's because they follow it with psyllium husk, which is fiber. This is the way a lot of keto and low carb products get away with saying low carb. They actually have carbs in there, but they jack up so much fiber that the net carbs, the stuff we really care about when calculating macros, is so low that it doesn't matter. Apple cider vinegar, sea salt, and baking soda. Compare that to any other keto bread on the market. They usually use GMO soybean oil. They use yeast extract, really unattractive things. The problem is, and we have to have a little heart-to-heart, Base Culture, which is a cool company, woman-owned. I think it's out of California. Very, very cool company. I wish nothing but good things for them. This is not keto bread. So see what it says right here? It says keto bread, and it says it on Amazon. There's 11 carbs total for a slice, minus 3 grams of fiber. My math tells me that's 8 grams of net carbs for one slice of this bread. That is not keto, right? It should be about 2 to 3 per slice max. The funny thing is, if you go to the Paleo Bread on their website, the Paleo Bread actually has less carbs. The Paleo Bread has 6 grams of net carbs. So they think they have their labeling mistaken. Maybe somewhere in the factory someone switched the labels because the Paleo Bread has less carbs. Now actually, I want to toast up a piece just so you see how it looks here. So this is the keto bread here. It's interesting because it really has a nice aggressive brown on the outside. And if you could be my finger right now, it's soft and spongy. But come back here, Art. I want to show you how it toasts up.
It looks toasted.
It looks toasted, but it's not. So I'm going to put it in my toaster here, and we'll let it get to a nice crispness. All right. Let's put a little bit of Kerrygold salted butter on there. And then you guys know I love my salt. So what I like to do is just a little bit of garnish of flaky gray salt on top. So let's see. It's fantastic. It Texture is great. You could actually make stuffing out of this for Thanksgiving. Sandwiches. So expensive, yes. $9.99 a loaf. Same price at Whole Foods. I'll put the Amazon link down below, but it's not really keto bread, it's paleo. And they have this other one that Art picked up today. This is the 7 nut and seed bread. Same kind of ingredients here. Absolutely fantastic. So good job, you guys, but it's not keto. Ready, Rose? On to the next snack. Next up are outer aisle cauliflower pizza crusts and sandwich thins. These are really cool. I love the name, outer aisle. It took me a second to think what that means. Outer aisle is where the produce and the fresh things are at the grocery store, not the inner aisle where all the processed food is. This is what you want to see when you think about a cauliflower crust or cauliflower thin. It reminds me of like the cauliflower frozen pizza crust at the store. We look at the ingredients on the back: cauliflower, cage-free eggs, Parmesan cheese, and nutritional yeast, garlic, and basil for the Italian. Nutritional yeast is also known as vegan Parmesan. It reinforces that salty, nutty flavor. And they have plain and they have jalapeno. These are meant to make sandwiches with. They're small. These are for pizza. Now I'm preheating the oven right now, my mini oven, to make them crispy because that's the only way to eat them. Now what's really cool about these is that they don't put any fresh mozzarella. A lot of the cauliflower kind of thins and crust, they usually put mozzarella in there. And if you're dairy sensitive or lactose intolerant, you can't have that. But the only cheese they actually use in these is Parmigiano Reggiano. So if you're sensitive to lactose, you can actually eat aged cheeses like Parmesan or Pecorino Romano, because during the aging process, the bacteria eats the sugar in the lactose. So I'm just gonna take the cauliflower pizza one, put it directly on there, and then a mini one on there. Mini, and then I'll bake it for a few minutes and we'll see what it looks like. All right, it took about 8 minutes. It's nice and crispy. Nice color too, right? I mean, I love the way that looks. Put some sauce and some cheese on there. That'd be a nice low carb pizza. All right, let's try this, Rose. This would be for a sandwich, like the bun. Crispy. It's great. Once you put sauce on here, it probably doesn't have the structural integrity to hold it, but man. Plus, the carb count is tiny. The sandwich thin I just had has 1 net carb, and the pizza crust has 3 net carbs. So this definitely gets the Bobby approval. It is tasty. Pricey though. A 4-pack of the little sandwich thins, $33. So I know, it's a little pricey, but some people told me that in Whole Foods in California they have this, but here in the Midwest, not yet.
Tastes good.
Right?
Put some tomato sauce on there.
I'm not sure it can hold up to a pizza though. What do you think?
Yeah, it might get a little soggy.
Yeah, I think it's better for a sandwich thin, but very, very tasty. All right, next up, we're going back to Brownie Land here. But these are like real deal brownies. They're not the crispy brownies. These, you might probably heard of these guys, Julian Bakery. They make the bread, they make bagels we're gonna talk about a little bit later on. This is the brownie. And it truly is keto because it only has 3 net carbs per brownie. How do they do that? Well, if I go to the Amazon page here and I look at the ingredients, you'll see how. First ingredient, by the way, all ingredients in this are best in class. It's organic sacha inchi, which is a Incan peanut, basically. It's a superfood. You just don't see it very often. It's expensive. Organic sunflower butter. Then the third ingredient is the soluble tapioca dextrin fiber. That's a prebiotic. That's how they get the fiber all the way up to 22 grams per brownie. And then after that, everything is really, really clean. Organic vanilla powder. See, when we talk about best-in-class Bobby-approved stuff, we're not seeing vanilla flavorings. We're not seeing organic flavor. We're seeing real vanilla extracted vanilla powder. These are expensive ingredients. Monk fruit, sacha inchi oil. So I've never seen ingredients like this in a brownie anywhere, right? But how does it taste? That's the ultimate question. So let's rip it open. It's expensive too, you guys. I mean, geez. 12 brownies is $40. So I probably wouldn't order this in everyday life, but I'm doing it for the sake of the video. Now, Okay, here's my first issue. Can you see, Art, on the wide angle, what this brownie looks like here?
It's a beautiful picture.
Right, so beautiful. I'm a brownie aficionado. By the way, Desi has a recipe for gluten-free, dairy-free brownies. I'll put it in the description box. It's not low carb, but it's refined sugar-free and paleo and delicious. This is a big brownie, right? It looks delicious and thick. Here's this brownie. I'm sorry, that does not look anything like that right there. So that's strike number one, but maybe the flavor is amazing, right? Okay, so this is interesting. This is not a brownie, all right? It's like a chewy chocolate treat, but it's not a brownie. The flavor is just okay. It's heavy on the monk fruit. I'm getting a little too much monk fruit flavor. It's very, very chewy, but look, is this the texture of a brownie? No, this is more like, it's almost like a fudgy chocolate bite. That's what it is. It's not bad, but it's not a brownie. So
I'm wondering if we had a magnifying glass, maybe it would look just like the photograph. Or stack two together, maybe. It doesn't taste like a brownie, in my opinion.
What would you describe that as?
It's like a soft, like you kind of expect this consistency out of like some sort of protein bar, but a little softer. It's chewy, softer than protein bar, and I mean, I don't know. If it was advertised as a protein bar, I probably could get behind it. This is advertised as a brownie, and that's not a brownie.
Great call. All right, let's move on to bagels, right? Thin, slim bagels, a #1 bestseller with a 3-star rating. That's interesting. Very interesting ingredients, but before I get to those, I want to crack it open and put it into my toaster so we can try it for the first time together. So this is the everything bagel here in a vacuum sealed bag. I'm gonna cut it in half, and it'd be uncivilized to have a bagel that wasn't toasted. Let's pop this in the toaster back here, Art. So I pull up the Amazon page here, and I look at the ingredients. So interesting, right? So the first two ingredients are wheat protein isolate and vital wheat gluten. So you're immediately thinking to yourself, Rose, how is this low carb? How is this keto if they're literally using wheat and gluten? It's because the third ingredient is oat fiber. Once again, how do we get net carbs? We subtract total carbs from total fiber. So in this case, total carbs are 14, total fiber is 14. So it literally is 0 net carbs. We move on after that. We have more modified wheat starch. We have olive oil, which is really nice to see. We have chicory root, which is more fiber, which cancels out the additional wheat starch. Then we have the onions, the poppy seeds. So on the surface, ingredients are wholesome, right? They're not using any bad oils. They're using olive oil. But here's my deal. When I want something that's keto, I actually want something that's grain-free, because even though we live under the net carb rule, I don't think it's very good on keto to be having gluten and grains. And if you're on paleo, you can't have this because of the gluten. Hot. So they're very light, very, very light. Not your typical kind of bagel that has some heft to it. Let's just put a little butter on there. I don't have any cream cheese on hand. Want me to make one for you too, Art?
Yes, please.
I should start putting in a butter crock on the counter just for you. I actually have one in the pantry. How funny is that? I literally have a butter crock. I'm going to start using it after Art's inspiration. I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. So a little bit of salt. So look at this. So this is a butter crock, and I should start using it. I use so much butter here. So you put water in here. You spread the butter in the lid, and it goes like that. I don't know the shelf life. I want to say it'll stay on your counter for at least 2-3 weeks. And when you need it, you scoop it out of here. It's soft and pliable. I'm going to fill it up today. Thank you, Art. Woohoo. Okay, let's try this bagel. Rose is being a great girl, by the way. I'm going to take the one with more butter, Art. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
That's really good. I wouldn't say it has your typical bagel texture because I'm not getting that chew and that elasticity from the gluten. It's more like a bialy, actually, which I never understood really.
We've had this conversation.
We have a lot of stupid conversations, but why would you eat a bialy over a bagel? Either way, it's pretty good. So it's expensive though, you guys. It is $13 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bagels. That's actually not too bad. It's about just over $2 a bagel. But remember, if you're paleo or you can't have gluten, this is not for you. Otherwise, it's one of the better ones I've had. We do have the Flav City keto bagels in the cookbook, but they also live on the blog. It's Jesse's recipe. It's grain-free, it's dairy-free, and it's delicious. That recipe is down below. But Art,
let me get a little more butter on here.
Oh, now you're talking. You were chiding me before for putting too much butter on
I
the.
didn't say it was a bad thing. I was just calling into your semantics. Oh, a little bit of butter.
You were just commentating.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's missing the chew.
Right.
But tastes good.
Tastes good, right? Mm-hmm. If you're keto, that's a pretty decent bagel. Just need some smoked salmon.
Even if you're not.
Even if you're not. Smoked salmon, cream cheese it up, good to go. Moving on to granola, right? This is really cool. It's a company called Grandy Oats, and I got a 3-pack here of paleo grain-free granola. And when I saw this company's name on Amazon, I got really excited because I knew it would be best in class. Because if you shop in the bulk section of Whole Foods, you'll see Grandy Oats has a lot of stuff there. So these are paleo granola. We have 3 flavors here. We have original, cocoa-nola, we have super hemp, and chocolate. All 3 have amazing ingredients. So the first one I'm drawn to, right, of course, is chocolate chunk cocoa-nola.
They're all cocoa-nola.
Yeah, I guess they're all, so they all have coconuts in there. So if you're allergic to coconuts, fast forward to the next segment here. But look at these ingredients for paleo granola, right? Unsweetened shredded coconut is first. Organic pumpkin seeds, everything's organic. Sunflower seeds, coconut nectar, aka coconut sugar, dark chocolate, sesame seeds, pecans, organic vanilla, the real deal, organic maple syrup, and cashews. Unbelievable. And all these have very similar ingredients. This one just has chocolate. This one has hemp here, which is a fantastic nutritional boost. I tried the hemp one this morning in my breakfast bowl. It was great. Let me try this. Now, once again, it's expensive. I got 3 9-ounce bags for $25, so about $8 a bag, which actually is on par with some of the paleo granolas at Whole Foods. Unbelievable. If you're grain-free, if you're paleo, or you're trying to avoid oats, how's oats? A lot of people don't realize that oats are very inflammatory, and I would try eliminating them from your diet for a month to see what happens. But if you're going to eat oats, wow, you got to get organic oats because they're highly sprayed with Roundup, and the active ingredient glyphosate shows up in big time numbers in conventional oats. You guys, fantastic. Not too sweet, crunchy as can be. There's only 6 grams of added sugar for a 1/4 cup, and it comes in the form of a low glycemic sweetener that's coconut nectar. There's no refined white sugar in here. Fantastic. They have a few other flavors here, coffee crunch, coconolo. This is awesome. I would scoop this, and to be honest, it's not that expensive. I've seen ones at Whole Foods for $8, $9 that are not nearly as good as this. So this one for sure is Bobby approved. And I wanted to show you guys a version of a granola that I wouldn't get, right? But if you go on Amazon and you click on this keto granola here, this is low carb keto nut granola with blueberries. It's a #1 bestseller with 4.5 stars. The thing is, all you have to do is read the ingredients. Ooh, Amazon here? All you have to do is read the ingredients, compare it to the Grandy Oats ones. Starts out really good, but they put natural flavors in the butter. And the coconut chips have a preservative called metabisulfite on there. So if you're intolerant to sulfites, like in red wine, you can't have that. So I would not get that one. All right, the next 2 items fall under cheese bars and cheese snacks. This is just the cheese bars. These are very similar to what you might see at the grocery store for Wisps. You know, those Parmesan or 4 cheese crisps that are just the cheese and nothing else. Low carb keto. These are just a slightly different variation. So this one is a toasted cheese stick with jalapeno and cheese. And I guess my only issue with this, or to be honest, with any of the cheese bars, is that they don't use organic cheese, but I have yet to find one. And why does that matter? That means the cheese is coming from cows that have a strict GMO feed, which we don't want. We want a non-GMO feed because I believe those GMOs leach into the milk and into the muscles of the animals. So Here's the jalapeno cheese one. So it's just a different shape, right? The ones at Costco are like the circular wisps. It's fantastic. All right, and the way they get the jalapeno in here is by putting a little bit of jalapeno powder in here. It's not too spicy at all. It's actually very, very faint. And these are proudly pure garlic, onion, sesame, and poppy seed, along with parmigiano. So if you wanted to put like a smear of hummus on here, or guacamole, or a tzatziki sauce, and then top it with toppings, I actually like this better than the wisps, because wisps are very small. Art, how is that jalapeno?
It's good.
It's good, right?
It's burning in the back of my throat. I like
Yeah?
it.
Oh, good.
Not bad.
You know what, this one, do you see a color difference between these two? This one is baked at a higher temperature and longer, and thus has a complex flavor. It's actually almost caramely, toasted, and semi-burnt. Whereas I don't get those flavors at all with this guy. This is baked, I'm guessing, low and slow. This is baked Fast and Furious Vin Diesel style. All right, try one of these.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, this needs better ratings. This has a 3.5 star rating on Amazon with 674. The other one had 3,000 3.5 ratings. Whoa. This one should be higher. I would give this a 5 star. They have many different flavors. Did I get more flavors or no? I got rosemary thyme here. Oh, I got jalapeno too. Do you like this one better or no? Did you try this one?
Yes. I actually like the jalapeno
No?
one. I like the heat
both
of it.
good. But if you're having a party and you have a lot of appetizers or snacks, get these. Smear away. This you really can't smear too much stuff on, all right? But both are great. And then there's other cheddar kind of crisp things here. There's these Shrewd Food Baked Cheddar Keto Protein Crisps. I really get nervous with these kind of things because of the ingredients. And if we look, what's up? See, you get nervous, right? You don't like the ingredients either. We have, starts out okay, milk protein isolate, but then natural flavors, yeast extract, aka MSG, safflower oil, it's not expelled or pressed, it's highly refined, sodium phosphate, another nasty preservative. So that's one I wouldn't get. And then this guy, we talked about his Robert Irvine Fit Crunch bars at Costco and the ingredients in there. He's got protein puffs here also. And once again, they have natural flavors, yeast extract. Exactly. Enough said. And sunflower oil. So not the stuff you want to see in a keto crisp. All right, back to cookies. Next up are Paleo Prime Vanilla Blueberry Cookies. I got them right here. So the cool thing about these, they're grain-free. And before we crack it open, let's look at the ingredients here. Beautiful, right? Almonds, honey, coconut oil, dried blueberries, natural vanilla flavor. Oh my God, I ordered these by mistake. See, even I get tricked sometimes. They're not using vanilla extracts. Everything's good here, but why are you using natural vanilla flavors instead of natural or vanilla extract or vanilla powder? So here's the cookie, right? Looks decent.
It looks good.
It looks good, actually. Smells interesting. Like Kramer said in Seinfeld, interesting texture. Was that about the crepe block episode, or?
Yes.
I mean, he's making it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, guys, this is not, in my opinion, very appealing. The texture is very wet and chewy. It's got the natural flavors, but it's not even helping. It tastes like a health food cookie from the 80s or something. So that's a bummer. I wouldn't get those. I missed the natural flavors, so super upset about that. Now, wraps. We talked about this in the tortilla and wrap review video. Really cool video. Check that out when this one's done. These are coconut wraps. And what's so cool about these is that there's no additional ingredients here, which is really interesting. So it's literally organic coconut meat, organic coconut water, and organic extra virgin coconut oil. You can make wraps of all kinds with these, my dear. And they make flavored ones too. They have turmeric ones. Oh, here we go. That's why you couldn't see the ingredients. Non-GMO, vegan, paleo. And I've actually made wraps with these. I've got the ones from Thrive Market. And obviously, if you're intolerant to coconuts, you can't have this, but we get a 10 count for $15, so $1.50 a wrap. It's a bit pricey, but here's what they look like. Right?
Paleo parallelograms.
So you just put your turkey or whatever in here, roll it up. It's good. I don't think it's an overwhelming coconut flavor, so if you put like mustard in there or mayonnaise and turkey and lettuce and tomatoes, it would be on the savory side. You wouldn't get too much sweet, but what's up, Buck? I'm tired, right? It's good. I think if you warm it up a little bit. Are you tired? Hey, Desi, can you grab Rose? She's getting tired. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. All right, let me take it to mommy. Hold on, let me take it to mommy. Mommy. All right, you guys. That is it. We just covered a bunch of snacks, the good, the bad, and why. So if you want to see more of these internet snack hauls, leave a comment down below. Let us know, because like I said, not everyone has access to the grocery stores we go to, and Amazon delivers everywhere, including abroad. Thinking of you guys in the UK, thinking of you guys in Canada who don't have access to the same stuff we have in the grocery stores. I see that comment all the time. Epic promotion is only going on for 1 month or until supplies last. 20% off. The promo link is in the description box. Check that out. That is it, you guys. Like, subscribe, share. 2 more videos are going below us right now, but Art and I will see you very soon. Until then, hashtag keep on cooking, mad love, and peace.